This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their products as well as the rest of my gear in the description below. Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. Now today we are going back to the controversial topic that is the halo in Formula 1. Now the reason why I'm coming back to this idea is because my original video on the subject was done in a sim called Automobilista. And in that sim there is no VR support, so I only really got to try out the onboard cockpit with the Halo in a sort of 2D single screen environment, which I think isn't really a proper representation of what it would be like to drive with this safety device. For those who don't know what the Halo is, you can see it on your screen in front of you now, that little black device around our fake driver's head. And the purpose of that structure is to help protect the driver from debris, such as maybe loose wheels, bits of bodywork, etc, etc. So what I'm going to do in this video is don my trusty VR headset and try and give myself a better perspective and a more true to life perspective really, of what it would be like to drive one of these cars with a safety device. Our track today is Spa, and I can hear some of you in the comments saying,
"But Jimmy, you always drive at Spa, why don't you drive at a superior circuit like Thruxton?"
And you sort of be right, I do drive at Spa quite a lot, but the reason for Spa in particular today is because of the elevation change. Now something that was highlighted a lot in the comments for the last video I did on this subject was saying the drivers have had difficulty sort of seeing up hills etc because of that big centre pillar pretty much in the driver's eye line. So I'm looking to test that out today and see if having the Halo there really does limit visibility as much as some people think it will. Now the Halo isn't part of the base game, it is a mod, so I'll link that in the description, and yeah, I guess let's go try it out in VR, shall we? Just before I start this race, I've actually paused the game. You can see the old big black box in front of me there telling me to resume, etc. Because I wanted to show you guys around the cockpit with VR, and especially with having the Halo here. I feel like I can reach out and touch it, but obviously I can't. So look round to the left, starts there, comes all the way around, and then round to the right. Looking straight forward, which was sort of the issue I had before when doing it on 2D in Automobilista, I can see everything just fine. Of course, if you're looking in 2D, you'll see a black bar sort of covering the car in front. But for me, in 3D, because I've got two eyes, I've got one eye looking around it, my brain sort of fills in the blank, and I can see fine the car in front. I can see the sign reading the Spa-Francorchamps at the start of the circuit there, and the little sign over the circuit. I can see around me just fine, so I'm really interested to see what this will be like in a race, so let's do that. Right then, on board in our Haloed F1 car. Waiting for the lights, it is race time. Put up the revs. Having to a little bit of a clutch kick there on the way out just to build the revs and not bog so hard. There you go, good start. Woo. Forced to the outside there by a very slow car. Down to the source for the first time, looking to the inside, see where the other cars are. While sort of half focusing on my line. Now going down to Eau Rouge. How is the Halo, most importantly going down here? I can see everything. Just fine coming down to Eau Rouge there. Maybe I'll have to focus that again next lap, but need to actually look ahead right now and see what the other cars are doing. Get into the DRS zone, DRS open, DRS is available to start straight away in Assetto Corsa, so we're going to use it to our full advantage. Now down to they come up to the inside of the car to the left. Are we going to get that done? Car's a bit slow on the apex. Oh, slidey boy. Tire's still cold in my car. Not sure about the AI's. Now down to Rivage. Long right hand, and you know what? Going through Rivage, my vision is more impaired by my mirrors than it is in the Halo through there. That's really weird. I did not expect that. Anyway, down to P1 now. I can see the pillar just in front, slightly obscuring the cars in front of me, but that's not really the issue. You don't look directly at the pillar, you look past it, so your eyes sort of fill in the blank, which is very handy through the Fanish chicane. Oh, car still not quite up to temperature yet as I'm just pressing it around. Dude, get on with it. Dude in front was very slow through Stavro 1 there. I gave him a little bit of a hurry up punt. Luckily these F1 cars are robust. Wink wink. Also sorry dude. I'll buy you a beer later, maybe. Bernie says never drink or drive. Well, whatever Bernie says anyway. So coming up to the bus stop for the first time in the slipstream of the cars in front, heavy braking down to the bus stop. That blue number you can see in front of you on the wheel, that is my fun juice, my ERS. They're going to try and keep that, well, try and balance that DRS through there. I can probably afford to use a little bit more juice actually coming down to Eau Rouge, but we'll do that in a second. Through the source. And now I'm going to run down to Eau Rouge. Let's turn up our happy juice. There it is. Overtake! Okay, we're going to be on this car before we get to Eau Rouge, so I'm going to actually turn that up again. Save it for the DRS zone. There you go. Over the brow of the hill through Radion. And boot! There we go. Speed! Man, we're doing pretty well. We're gaining some places here with our Speed Boy setup. So you guys are here to hear about the Halo. I'm sort of getting a bit lost in the race right now, so sorry about that. But the Halo, okay, my personal thoughts on the Halo, seeing as in the last video I said I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want the comments to become a shit show, and they became a shit show anyway, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on the Halo. I know it's controversial. I dislike how it looks a lot. I think it's ugly as fuck. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't affect the racing and the drivers feel better for it, then I guess we have to just say, okay. What I mean, like, there's not much we can really do as fans. You can say you're going to stop watching, but are you really going to stop watching based on the Halo? Because the cars are pretty much the same, you know, like what? I don't think you will. I think you'll keep watching, you know. I do think that Formula 1 should always remain an open-top formula. That is just what Formula 1 is. It's like saying, I don't know, touring cars now have to become, you know, open-top, open-wheel cars. That is just not what the what it's about. But and actually driving it as well, actually being in VR and driving it, and I know people are going to say, Jimmy, you're not a real racing driver. Why are you wearing gloves? Why are you wearing boots? I'm offended. I'm writing to my my MP about you. And yeah, okay, cool, we'll do that. But actually driving with it, I've sort of forgotten it's there already. Like, it's there, it's always there in the peripheral vision. It's always there, you can always see it. But as I said, oh my god, the cars in front sort of thought about overtaking each other and didn't do it, and it really slowed me up. Bog boys. Am I going to be naughty? Am I going to be naughty and go for the Alonso Webber? That was terrifying. I don't know why he gave way, but he did. Excuse me. A couple more cars in front I've got to try and catch up. Right down to balance high. There he is on the inside. Nice. Anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still there. He's still there. He nearly killed me. We're okay. Oh no, I nearly killed myself. Oh no. Saved. I'm trying to make a point, car. Please. Oh. But yes, anyway, I drive a lot of cars in sim racing, and lately, of course, if you've seen, I've been doing a lot more in VR. And having VR makes things 3D. For you guys, of course, this pillar in front is going to look solid. You aren't going to be able to see past it, which is a bit of a shame. I wish I could record a video for VR, but then again that limits people to watch it in VR. It becomes very difficult very quickly. Anyway, when driving, I don't spend a lot of my time focusing on what's pretty much on my cockpit. It's like saying, you see that little sort of radio antenna just past the Halo. There it is, just about to see it there. It's like saying you're focusing on that when you're racing. You don't do that when you're driving. You focus on what's ahead of you. So right now I'm looking right ahead, just under this bridge. I'm looking as far forward as I can look. If I started focusing on the little pillar in front of me, it would be a hell of a lot worse. I'd have a lot of trouble looking past it and concentrating, because my immediate vision, my vision is focused on this big black bar in front of me, but you don't do that. And because you look past it, because you look as far forward as possible, your brain fills in the blanks of what you're seeing. So it's like it's like having a transparent overlay almost. That's what it's like having it there when you're doing it in VR. So I think maybe that's what it would be like in real life, as when you know, when you hold up your finger to your face like that, you can see past it. You can see it in your vision, but you can also see past it. It's exactly the same here. So from a driving point of view, I don't hate it. I don't mind it at all, actually. It's actually, although when I did it in 2D, I said the same sort of thing, but I had trouble seeing in front of me because of just how big and imposing it is. Of course, you can't look past it in 2D, but that's just not a problem in 3D at all. So, as I said before, the mod that adds this to the stock Kunos car is available in the description below. So if you want to go check it out for yourself with VR, then by all means. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think as well. I'm driving like an absolute tool right now. But when does that ever change? You couldn't see me roll my eyes there, but I just rolled my eyes. Oh, what? I got grabbed onto the curb. That was scary. Yeah, but I'm interested to hear your guys' opinions. I'd say please don't turn the comments into another Halo versus non-Halo war, because it's going to do that anyway. That's just the nature of this topic. Unfortunately, it's a hot topic still, and it will be, I think, until either the Halo goes away or has been around for a couple of years. But like it or not, it's going to be there at least next year, so you might as well get used to it. It's just a shame that in the onboard cameras we aren't going to be able to see. We're going to have to be forced to see this, you know. It's going to be there. Actually, what I want to do is I'm going to turn up my recovery, so I'm doing 100%. We're going to have a big old break into the bus stop here, and then we're going to go overtake button for the lap, or hot lap mode, and have a bit of fun with it, shall we? So, there we go. DRS open. There's my hot lap mode. There it is. Let's see what we can do around here. Let's really push it and see if this Halo gets in our way at all. Pushes it, and then actually pushes it through there. I'm not actually a massive fan of this car. I prefer the RSS version. The problem with this car is it has no torque at all. I don't know why it doesn't. Like, you see there, I pretty much smashed the throttle in second gear and the car is just not built up. It's like it has really bad turbo lag. A turbo lag of like a Group C or a car or something. Which makes no sense. It shouldn't have that. But anyway, let's focus on our lap like on. Brake at the start of the curb. Probably brake a little bit later than that actually, but in the interest of getting through here in one piece and not dying. And again, as I said, when I'm into those corners, the tight rights, when I'm sort of leaning over to the right, like Rivage here, the bigger thing that gets in my way is actually my mirror. That's a solid object, right? When I'm looking over there, it's a lot longer. It's not like spindly like the Halo is. So that gets in the way a bit. Again, it's not actually affecting my driving, but I notice it more than I notice the Halo, which is sort of weird to say that, isn't it? Also, Pool 1 in VR is cool. Even if you get it wrong. Softly through here. Wait for a chance to nail the throttle. Luckily in this car, I said luckily or unluckily, there's so much turbo lag, or feels like it anyway, that you can just wait on the throttle. It's really a shame, because this car could have been great, but as I said, I really recommend the RSS car over this one. But let's not get into that too much now. Coming up to the end of the lap to finish our race through Blanchimont. Whee! Just about started to catch the guys in front with our overtake button, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. That's going to be them winning. I think we come home in about 3rd place or so. There you go, guys. 5 laps with the Halo in VR. Let me know what you think of this, because I'm curious. I'm in 6th. I'll score F1 points. That's okay. Well, I'm curious as to what you guys think of this in F1, because, or I say in F1, what you think of it in this context, seeing it driven in VR. Does it affect your opinion? Let me know below. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you found it informative, hit the like button. I know a lot of you are going to dislike this based on the fact that it's Halo, but please also consider that I'm making this content more as a curiosity piece, not a support or against of the Halo, just somewhere objective with, you know, with facts, maybe. I don't know, I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to say. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. I'll see you all next time.